All right. All right. I watched this video before I came live and I heard everything VDM said, everything he said about taking page down and all of that. To be candid, if I even see this video and decide to take the page down, I don't even care, to be frank. Um, the good thing is that no be where we the chop be this. So all we have to do is to bear our mind. All right. It's good to speak our mind. Whatever comes, we handle it from there. Okay, let's get down into this conversation. You heard everything Verydarkman said in this video. Frankly speaking, I don't blame him. To be honest, I don't blame him. It's his life, his platform, everything. So far, so good. Everything he has done. This guy has racked up. I've lost count of how many lawsuits he has caught right now from whatever he's doing on his page. So whichever decision he take, that is his own choice. Now, to answer the question on the screen, is VDM an activist or a content creator? Let me quickly walk you through a couple of things in case if you want to like defend this topic anywhere. First off, you need to know the difference between activist and content creator, and you need to know what actually make them similar and what set them apart. So let's go. Let's talk about purpose and motivation. Like what really drives people to become activists or what drives them to become content creation. So most time activists are driven by a cause of social issues. Their main goal is to create awareness, challenge injustice, influence policies, or inspire collective action, e.g., fighting for human rights, climate change, or political reforms. On the other hand, content creators, they are usually driven by creativity, entertainment, education, or personal branding. Their goal is often to engage audience, build a following, or monetize content through views, sponsorship, or ads. Okay. Now, how about medium of expression? Activists use protests, campaigns, petitions, speeches, advocacy articles, and sometimes social media to mobilize people. I saw Dr. Cisse left a comment earlier, and he emphasized the fact that activists now use social media as part of their medium of communication or mobilization, which is 100% correct. Now, medium of expression for content creator, primarily they use digital platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, podcasts, blogs to share stories, tutorials, entertainment, or commentary. So, number three, audience relationship. Please take note. I'm not diverging all of this just for fun. It's just because I want people to understand what we are really going to discuss here. So, audience relationship. Activist engages people as participants in a movement. The audience is not just viewers, but potential allies and advocates. Content creator engages audience mainly as consumers of content. Interaction is usually in likes, shares, comments, or subscription. How about impact and measurement? Activist success is measured by social or political change. That is, there can be law passed, awareness raised, collective action sparked. And content creator, on the other hand, their success is measured by metric like views, subscribers, like shares, and brand partnership. Finally, overlap. Now, what are their areas of similarity? What do they have in common? Many modern activists are also content creators. They use digital content creation tools like videos, infographics, podcasts to amplify their activism. For example, climate activists on TikTok or human rights advocates on YouTube combine both roles. All right, let's keep it moving. So, in short, an activist fights for change. A content creator produces for engagement. But in today's world, one person can be both using content creation as a tool for activism. So I believe that explanation is clear, right? Now, let us answer this question. Is Verydarkman a content creator? Welcome everybody, new viewers. Please, thank you. Hit the like, hit the like. Thank you very much. So let's answer the second question now. Why Verydarkman is a content creator? And the reason is that I've always been, in my own opinion, that Verydarkman is a content creator. Yes, he is a content creator. I will break it down further, but let me quickly emphasize what I mean when I say Verydarkman is a content creator. I'm going to use the help of Bruno once more. So, number one, Verydarkman use digital platforms, which of course we know. We all get to know Verydarkman through TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, or even X. We all get to know Verydarkman through those means. So, Verydarkman uses digital platform. Two, entertainment plus commentary. Unlike pure activist who sticks to campaigns, he blends entertainment, storytelling, humor, and strong commentary. His style keeps people watching, sharing, and reacting, which is exactly what content creators aimed for. Take note of that last line right there. Okay? I'll take that again. His style keeps people watching, sharing, and reacting, which is exactly what content creators aimed for. Everybody in Nigeria is talking about Verydarkman. A lot of people are interested in what's going on in Nigeria, even though they live in the diaspora. They are also speaking about Verydarkman. And that is one of the major goals for a content creator. You want to get the audience talking. How do you get the audience talking? Sometimes you get to be controversial. I think at the early stage of this platform, I explained it to our audience at the time where we were just like about 6,000 subscribers. I told you guys that sometimes when I come here and I oppose certain views and I take strong stand on my view, it's not because I can't hear whoever is speaking. It's not because I can't get what they are saying. I am not after you are right or you are wrong. I am a content creator and I'm trying to create a content, try to ensure engagement by being controversial, just not agreeing, so that when I don't agree, people will engage. So Verydarkman does that perfectly well. And that is why many times he acts the way he acts, because he's a content creator. Let's keep it moving. Number three, audience building. This is where Verydarkman is big as a content creator. He has built a loyal fan base and community that waits for his takes on trending issues. This audience first approach, growing subscribers, views, and followers, is a trademark of content creation. Verydarkman build audience. As at the last time I checked, when Verydarkman hop on YouTube, Verydarkman is no longer on YouTube. I don't even think this Verydarkman channel is up to like 1 year. When he started, he didn't have that much subscribers. But right now, as at yesterday, Verydarkman has grown to about 305,000 subscribers. On Instagram, when I get to know Verydarkman, I think it was like maybe 900 and something thousand followers. Right now on Instagram, Verydarkman has over 2.5 million followers. The same across other platforms: TikTok, X, Facebook. His followers are in millions. So he has built a loyal fan base and community. That is where the Rattels comes in. People so much enjoy his content. They so much believe in what he's saying. They so much believe that Verydarkman is fighting for justice, that they begin to align with his ideology and they begin to see him as their leader. So the fan base and community he built now, they now begin to hold him in high esteem. Whatever he said becomes their own narratives. And that is where the Rattels comes in. I don't know if I'm making sense to you, but these are the elements that distinguish Verydarkman from being an activist. All right. Monetization angle. As a content creator, his work goes beyond his raising awareness. His visibility attracts brand opportunities. YouTube, TikTok, monetization, sponsorship, and donations from fans. Activism alone does not guarantee that. Content creation does. I don't know if you are still following. How many, tell me the name of one activist that has huge fan base as Verydarkman in Nigeria? Showore has been claiming to be an activist now for as far as I can remember. We have real activists like Dele Farotimi. Even Baba Falana has been an activist for the longest. None of them have this huge fan base. Only content creators can garner this much followership on social media. And I'm going somewhere with that. Now, number 5, this is where the comment from Sister Yinka comes in, that Verydarkman laced content creation with activism. Number 5, mixing advocacy with virality. Verydarkman touches social issues like corruption, fake pastors, injustice, or government negligence, but he packages them in a viral, shareable format. That packaging, editing, branding, trending hashtag shows content creator DNA. So, in conclusion, activist side, he calls out injustice, challenges corruption, and sparks conversation that hold people accountable. Content creator side, he entertains, builds engagement, monetizes, and grows his personal brand through digital storytelling. In essence, what makes Verydarkman a content creator is not just his activism, but the way he uses digital media tools, entertainment, and strategy to amplify his message and sustain an online brand. So I don't know if you are still following me. What all this boils down to is that Verydarkman is both an activist and a content creator, but what makes him stand out as a content creator is his ability to transform activism into viral, entertaining, and monetizable digital content. He blends truth telling with entertainment, which keeps him relevant in Nigeria's social media space. Now, that right there is Bruno's conclusion. But here is my conclusion. My conclusion is that Verydarkman is more of a content creator than an activist. And these are my reasons for saying that. Look at the background. How Verydarkman started. Verydarkman was a nobody. Just like every other Nigerian youth, he was also looking for relevance. He was also looking for survivor. He has to survive. You have to do something. Before the advent of social media, many Nigerian youths don't have jobs. You have graduates who have been out of school for 10 years, some 15. There is no job. Those who are lucky enough, maybe through connection, through prayer or anything, to get a job, they end up being paid less. We still know that the civil servants in Nigeria, as of last year, they were being paid 30,000 naira a month. Even right now, they say they increased 30,000 naira a month to 70,000 naira. How much is 70,000 naira in dollar? That is just about $40. Imagine somebody work the whole month and you pay them $40. And at the same time, the house rent is increasing. Cost of living is all the way to the roof. Inflation rate is super, super high. So Verydarkman is just like every other Nigerian youth who are just looking for how to survive. But then God works miraculously. Out of the blue, social media begin to gain ground in Nigeria. And then people are catching out. People are creating content and they are cashing out big time. Then Verydarkman decided that, you know what? I can do this. Let me try. And then with his one phone, living in his small room with his sachet water, he started creating content. So when he started creating content, he was pushing his content out there. Nobody knows him. Until everybody, if you are following him, you will remember this case. There is this lady called Jenny's Glow. When Jenny's Glow started Jenny Glow she had a problem with a young lady who claimed they bought something from Jenny's Glow, and Jenny's Glow was not going to refund their money, and the lady was ready to go head to head with Jenny's Glow. Jenny's Glow, according to what I heard, is a big brand in Nigeria as at the time. All these people that are selling, is it skin cream, or what do you guys call it? Organic, or when they call that, their cream, whether they use for Nigeria, organic cream or whatever they called it. That was Jenny's Glow was doing. And then somehow somebody linked that girl to Verydarkman. Then Verydarkman now took the case over and started dragging Jenny's Glow. As at the time, there are still videos on social media where Jenny's Glow addressed Verydarkman like, oh, look at this one, this tiny, this dirty guy. But then what they fail to realize that Verydarkman is a very, very intelligent guy. I don't even know his qualification. I don't know whether he went to the university or polytechnic, but he speaks well. He knows exactly what he's doing. In fact, I joke with one of my sister that the way Verydarkman understands how the law works, people who have been to jail are people who usually have that understanding. If you have not been to jail as an individual who is not a lawyer, you cannot understand how the law works. So Verydarkman knew how the law works, and that is exactly what Verydarkman has been using against everybody that has come for him, or he go for them, or he went for them. So I don't know if you are understanding my narrative right now. So Jenny's Glow thought she was going to crush Verydarkman. Then Verydarkman made a U-turn and started submitting petition against her. And that is when the whole thing turned around. Jenny's Glow had to pay that girl, and then people were like, oh, this guy, he fought for this girl. That's when they started calling Verydarkman. Anybody where they scan, they start calling Verydarkman. In fact, Verydarkman then started checking product. All the people who were selling organic cream online, thank you, dear, and all my sister there, that organic cream, that's what they used to call it. So then Verydarkman started checking all those organic creams online, and then Verydarkman Verydarkman started identifying those who have NADAC number or those who don't have NADAC number. So if you don't have NADAC number, he will call you out. And gradually, he was beginning to gain relevance. Then the issue of Mohbad happened. And again, Verydarkman took a controversial stance. That controversial stance is what perhaps skyrocketed him into Nigeria's social media space. Because till tomorrow, Verydarkman is still the one who started the narrative about DNA, and then maybe Sister Kemelu Lawyer also add to that. But to cut the long story short, in Nigeria and in America, one thing that is common about content creation is niche. If you're going to start your career as a content creator, you need to first of all identify your niche. If you choose the wrong niche, you're not going to make it. If you choose the right niche and you know how to generate controversy or how to attract engagement, you know how to infuse entertainment as well as infotainment into your niche, people gonna watch your content and you're gonna blow. So Verydarkman now realizing that, oh, people are beginning to trust me, they are beginning to support me. When I call out anybody, they are joining me to call those people out. He continued to add, that's where he began to add that to his niche. You feel me? So that's when he added that to his niche. And that is why I said Verydarkman is a whistleblower, because after Mohbad case, the next case was Verydarkman versus Bobrisky. Verydarkman have had issue with a lot of people. People that ordinarily you cannot go against. Verydarkman has confronted many of them. And at the end of the day, they will either yield for him, because as far as I can tell, he's still alive, he's breathing, he's not in jail and all of that. It's still a history now that Verydarkman chased Bobrisky out of Nigeria. Verydarkman had issue with our honorable lawyer, Babafemi Falana, which everybody, and I think those are part of one of the reasons why a lot of people have issue with Verydarkman, because in Nigeria, we have this habit of worshiping people. We do a lot of hero worshiping. Even though these people don't have any impact on our life, even though, in fact, Nigerians are the type of people that are happy for you just because you are successful. Nigerians are the type that just because you build house in their street or in their community, they believe we own that house together. That's how a lot of Nigerians roll. So majority of the people Verydarkman was having issue with, these are people that an ordinary person cannot have issue with them, and then you come out on top. It's not possible. So when Verydarkman now called out Babafemi Falana, everybody, a lot of people were shocked, like, this boy is crazy. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? But the bottom line is this. As a content creator, Verydarkman understood virality. He understood that, okay, if you can do anything, you can record it and you can put it on social media, there's going to be people who will be on your side and there's going to be people who will be against you. But the bottom line is that so far it's giving you the results you wanted. Keep on doing what you are doing. It's a simple strategy. Even in business, in life, in marriage, in everything. Whatever you are doing that is yielding result, if you continue to do it, it will continue to yield that same result. So story upon story upon story abounds. Now, I say Verydarkman is a content creator again because Verydarkman figure out that if everything you are doing, if you are posting it online and people are buying it, continue to do it, you will blow, you go get money. He started making money. And that is when Verydarkman also did the same thing that pastors and many Nigerian politicians as well, they are doing. Giveaway. Giveaway. If you want Nigerians to forgive your sin, just do giveaway. It's a very simple trick. So Verydarkman also started doing giveaway, and then while he was doing giveaway, then he started doing what they call itself. What's the word I'm searching for now? When you begin to do charity, build a borehole and all of those things. Verydarkman started doing all of that. So now, why Verydarkman was brutal in how he goes about his social media content creation exploit, he's also reaping from it. And then he figure out, oh, thank you, Uncle Patrick, philanthropist. So then Verydarkman figure out that, hey, even when you do bad, if you do at least, even maybe you do 5 good and you do like 5 bad, because it's a place like Nigeria, people will always overlook it. It's the same template. Politicians do that all the time. Entertainers, pastors, everybody do it. They quite understand that, look, if you do bad, so far you do good, you put them for public, they see them. Some people will just overlook whatever nonsense you did and they will accept you for who you are. So that is Verydarkman Mudo Operandi, and that is why I call him content creator. Now, this is where Verydarkman kind of play almost a lot of people. From calling people out to becoming a whistleblower, and then he started doing philanthropy and none of that. He was gaining massive following, massive crowd. A lot of people are following him. And his content has virality, like I said. Content creators started using his content. Those who don't even have anything. There are some people that are going to content creation right now that they can't come up with anything on their own. They can't create anything from scratch. So all they have to do is let me react to Verydarkman video. If you support Verydarkman, the followers of Verydarkman, they will automatically follow you. And just like that, the followership were growing. And one day Verydarkman came back, realizing that he now have this huge support. He now say, okay, we are the 4th arm of the government. We are the Rattels. You do anyhow, we call you out. You do anything, we call you out. And that's it. Again, all this is happening in Nigeria, where so many people has been neglected for way too long, where you have a lot of youth roaming the street. Nobody give an F about them. They have to survive. Right now in Nigeria, if you are not a millionaire, and I'm not talking about those 10 million naira, 5 million naira millionaire. If you are not a millionaire in the 500 million upward, you are still a broke-ass person in Nigeria. Because if you are not rich enough to provide your own security, you are not rich enough to live in areas where there is constant power supply, or if they take light, they go quick bring the light. You are still freaky poor. That's why many times when I look at people in Nigeria, I'll just shake my head. I love my country. I'm not saying anything is bad. But when I look at people, oh, he lives in VI, he lives in Banana Island, I'll just shake my head because I give God the grace that some of us, we have the opportunity to live in another country, developed country, where system works. So when you see people live in Nigeria, they live here, they live there, yeah. I'm a big boy. I just shake my head. You are no freaky big boy because the road where you are driving your car is not safe. I saw a video of Burna Boy which day in his new Lamborghini or whatever he just bought. The car can't even come out of where he parked it because of the road. So if you are in Nigeria, you cannot provide your own security. When you are going out, you cannot have escort in the front, carry like 2, 3, 4 mopo or soldier to move behind you. You are still freaking poor. I'm sorry. Now, when people now look at the youth, everybody have to eat. They have to survive. What do you expect? And to make matter worse, the law enforcement agencies are not fighting for nobody in Nigeria. People can literally oppress you. Let's be honest with ourselves. Nigeria is a place whereby you can literally drive on the wrong side of the road and you can have head-on collision with somebody who actually have the right of road. If you get mouth, you get small change. You will go scot-free without doing nothing. Nobody can ask you nothing. What are we talking about? The vast majority of Nigerians are oppressed every day. There is no judiciary, there is no law enforcement, there is nothing. So people are hopeless. And we see the result of that hopelessness in the number of people that gathered at churches, at revivals, every week in, week out. I'm sorry, Christian. We just have to call it the way it is. Religion is like a sukkah. Religion is like the last hope in Nigeria. Nigerians are not protected. No food, no social amenities, nothing for the vast majority of Nigerians. The people who go around who claim, oh, Nigeria, more life day. Now lie. They all know they are living on edge. There are places they can go to. There are limited places they can go to. You can be robbed at any time. To make it worse, you can be kidnapped. So in other words, Nigerians are exposed and the government is not providing any form of coverage for Nigerians. I'm saying all of this to let you know that Verydarkman is a smart content creator who lays everything he's doing with activism. But in a true sense of activism, Verydarkman is not an activist. Let me ask everyone watching right now. Show me one place where Verydarkman go and protest and they scatter everything. Bah, go, bah, yeah. Just show me. No. The only thing Verydarkman does is Verydarkman knows he got the platform. So he used his platform to amplify the demands of the people. But while he's doing all of that, he is always recording them and posting them on social media. The video that I played, this last video from Verydarkman that I played, one of the reasons I played that video is I want you to hear him. When he said, this is my new requirement. If you want me to do anything for you, this is how we go. You will send me evidence, you will send me video, and then everything we do is going to be recorded. Don't you hear it? That's why I played the video. Everything we do is going to be recorded. Now, that is him telling you that indirectly, whatever we are doing it, I am recording it and I am posting it. That is how he sourced for the materials for his content. So, activism is just part of Verydarkman niche as a content creator. So, and this brings me to my conclusion on who is Verydarkman. Verydarkman is a content creator who has 3 niches. Advocacy, not activism. In activism, you confront, you disrupt, you block road, you storm everywhere, like Showore is doing. That is activism. Verydarkman don't do that. What Verydarkman is doing is advocacy, and advocacy is one of his niche. Number two, Verydarkman is a whistleblower. He has done that over and over and over and over and over again. And that whistleblowing is what earns him a lot of enemies. That is why a lot of people have issue with him. Because blowing whistle simply means you are revealing people's secret. Please tell me in the chat. Hey, shout out to my sister, She Thinker. Thank you, She Thinker. She Thinker say advocacy, not activism. Very true, Uncle Beno. I'm telling you, that is how I profile him. Verydarkman simply show up. Why is everybody calling him? Just tell me. Have you ever seen anybody that call Verydarkman and then Verydarkman go there with boys? Hey, you don't do this, we not go grill, we not go. He doesn't do all that. All he does is you call him, he bring that matter, he come to his social platform, and then he will stay on it, call you out, and then when he call the person out, the ratters will now join his community. They will now join him to call those people out. How do they do it? And that will lead to another conversation anyway. How does the rattles behave? When Verydarkman say, hey, Mr. Jimo has defrauded Mr. Today 50 million naira. Mr. Jimo, I have the evidence. If you don't show up now, we will come for you. The next thing, the ratters who are bloggers, they will now pick that same video, they will now play it, and then they will react to it, they will run commentary saying the same thing. Mr. Today, we will come to your page, we will do this, we will do that. That is how he operates. So, Verydarkman is a content creator who uses advocacy as one of his niche. What you are seeing with Verydarkman that a lot of people are calling activism is not activism. It is advocacy. Number two, Verydarkman is a whistleblower. A whistleblower don't keep secret. Whistleblower will blow your secret to the entire world. You tell them anything, they will put it there. Any smart people can figure that out. And that is why sometimes when we're discussing this issue with everybody, I usually say this, that do you know Verydarkman and how he operates? That's why I usually ask people, even when we're having conversation here, that if you have problem knowing Verydarkman, if you truly know Verydarkman, will you go to Verydarkman and say, come and help me? And when you run to Verydarkman and say, Verydarkman, come and help me, are you aware that everything you are submitting to Verydarkman, if anything goes wrong between you and Verydarkman, he can actually use all those information against you? We got to be honest. So all those times you see Verydarkman come out and say, hey, I got the WhatsApp group. Hey, I got the receipt. Hey, I post this. That is Verydarkman being a whistleblower. Whistleblowing is part of Verydarkman niche. Number three, Verydarkman is a solid storyteller. Oh, Verydarkman can tell story. Verydarkman can tell story. Let me take some water. Now, if you are confused, if you really don't see Verydarkman as a storyteller, let me give you a clue on how you can recognize a storyteller. Go and watch all the videos Verydarkman has published. Have you ever seen Verydarkman set up studio, decent background, lighting, and none of that because you want to tell a story? Please tell me. All Verydarkman video, if you dey inside room, Verydarkman video inside toilet, do video. Many of Verydarkman video, you can barely see his full body. Now in head, you go to see his head and his chest. And then maybe sometimes if he sit down, you go there in room, they carry pure water. And yet, those videos are going viral. Every time he drop those videos, they are going viral. They are going viral. They are going viral. No editing, no sound effect, no nya. All he does is, if he turn on his camera and say, all right, so story don't start. Verydarkman is a storyteller. And I told you guys when I was analyzing Verydarkman issue with Iyabo Ojo, and he was defending Naira and all of that. I think I remember the video is still on this channel. I told you guys that Verydarkman is simply using MTS. It's called manipulation through storytelling. Google it. Don't think, Ben, don't make up something else. I don't make shit up. I told you. My first side hustle for Nigeria, my first hustle is research. I researched it and I read it. I read a lot of books. I know they let time pass me by. Man, I know do one thing. Manipulation through storytelling. People use it all the time, but you don't see it. And I say there on this platform that most churches, pastors, everybody, politicians, marketers, a lot of people, when they really want to convince you, they will manipulate you through storytelling. When you see women that come and complain, my husband has no work for 3 years now. Now me they pay the bill. Now me they do that. He say he's trying. He say he working. Just go and check. That woman that is complaining is a woman that enjoys story. The husband is a very good storyteller. The husband is manipulating her through storytelling. It's very simple. If somebody come to you right now and explain something and use technical jargons to explain it, it's not going to be interesting. But when the person turn out to story, it's going to be fun. Manipulation through storytelling. I told you guys. So Verydarkman is a storyteller. Go and look at his video in channel and everything. If Verydarkman don't see anything, nobody come to him, nothing to do. There no bring case, he no see case or anything. Verydarkman will simply look at matter that is trending on social media and he will react to it. He will tell a story about it. So those are the 3 elements I noticed in Verydarkman that made me to conclude that Verydarkman is a content creator, a very, very smart one. Verydarkman is so smart that he also have social awareness. He is good at reading Nigerians. The same technique that politicians are using, pastors are using, even a lot of people are using it in Nigeria. That same technique is what Verydarkman is using. The reason people just have problem right now is that Verydarkman is just Verydarkman. He's just Verydarkman. But that's what he's doing. So now let's go back to the first question. Let's now vote again. Having listened to my rhetorics, if you have to vote now, will you call Verydarkman an activist or a content creator? Remember, he said it himself that he is not a content creator. He said, "Oh, I'm online police. I'm online police." No. He said he's not an activist. He never denied that he's not a content creator. He said, "I'm not an activist. I'm not an activist." Because activists don't move the way Verydarkman moves. Real activists, they don't move like that. Look, check Nigeria now. They don't move like that. I'll give you another example. Daddy Freeze. Everybody will know that Daddy Freeze is a content creator. Today now, if Daddy Freeze turned around and started advocating for people and going out and saying, no, you do this, no, you do that, people will start seeing him as an activist. He's not an activist. Let us define what activism is. May we not take glory away from people that are really doing the job and give it to people who are just doing it out of their own volition. A lot of activists, they have structure. Verydarkman don't have structure. Now, having said all of this, there is one thing you can't take away from Verydarkman. Verydarkman know what he's doing and he's doing it well. So far, so good. I have not seen anybody that did what Verydarkman does perfectly. So I will rest my case. Verydarkman to you can be an activist, and to another person, it can be a content creator. And Verydarkman can be both. Verydarkman can be whatever Verydarkman wants to be. But what defines who Verydarkman is will take us back to Nigeria government. If we have a government that truly cares about the people, if we have a government that is functioning the way it should be functioning, we wouldn't have a very dark mind in the first place. We will not be having this conversation. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Oh, that's why I like when people they follow narrative like this. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. That is a very good example right there that Uncle Patrick just highlight now. Daddy Freeze. If you ask Nigerians right now, is Daddy Freeze a pastor or a content creator? I swear to you, you go see the vision. Some people say he's a pastor. He preach every Sunday. He knows the Bible. He studied the Bible in Arabia. Daddy Freeze himself said all the time, I have read the Bible in Hebrew. Daddy Freeze don't call Jesus. He call him, what does Daddy Freeze call Jesus? Yehusa, be Yehusa. Why do they call Jesus? Did they sweep for DF mouth when he call him? Yeshua. And how they call himself? If you ask Nigerians right now, is Daddy Freeze a pastor or a content creator? They will divide. The people who believe in Daddy Freeze, they will tell you, oh, Daddy Freeze is a pastor. He's a man of God. He preaches. Thank you, Gary Precious. Thank you, D. Yehushua. But then, you have to ask yourself, what constitutes a pastor? How should a pastor behave? Is Daddy Freeze showing characteristics of a pastor? Somebody who preached on Sunday, who is wearing shokono on Monday on his live show. You see, it's so easy. That's why they keep saying Nigerians are gullible. It's so easy to sway Nigerians. If you know how to play Nigeria, it's so easy. That is why you see a lot of people keep going to Nigeria, because if you know what you are doing in Nigeria, you go blow. It's so easy to persuade vast majority of Nigerians. Just whatever you are doing, just lace it with good deed. Just lace it with good deed. Carry camera, record yourself. I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. Or Nigerians will forget, they go follow you. So that is the problem. If you ask people, is DF a pastor or a content creator? You will see division. The people who believe in Daddy Freeze, they will tell you he's a pastor. He speaks truth. He drag pastors. He call out men of God. All right. Can we then, if we say VDM is an activist, can we then say Verydarkman is an activist who focus on calling out men of God? Because that means DF is also defending Nigerians from men of God that want to steal their money through tithe and offering. I'm just saying, all of this that I said, I am not, please don't get me wrong, I am not defending Verydarkman or anything. I am simply saying that we need to know who he is. So for people who might ask questions like, who is Verydarkman? I don't know, maybe my video can help to explain who Verydarkman is. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's quickly move on to the second person we want to talk about. Thank you. I really appreciate everybody. If you have not here, it won't be easy for me to have do this analysis. Let me give Verydarkman this one.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Williams Osato. Thank you. I like that, Williams. Williams said, let me highlight that comment real quick. William said, we can call VDM whatever we like. The most important thing is he is not afraid like many Nigerians. God bless you. I will start that one. I will start this comment because I will come back to it as we progress. Thank you, D. D said, Hebrew, Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. You be as made me remember DF. I'm telling you. Oh, Sharish Olivia, thank you, my sister. Oh, Mama Five say we are behaving. Oh, Mama Five, my sister, life no hard though. I just think that sometimes we need to slow down. We need to do a deep analysis on who are we dealing with, so that when we want to like dabble into some conversation, we know exactly who we are talking about. That's just it. Now, let's move on to the second part of this conversation.